Happy Friday.
Hello.
We're live at 5. We're here at Broadway.com. I'm Paul Montoya.
I'm Beth Stevens. It's March 3rd, and we have a great guest, but not here yet.
Bryan Terrell Clark. Hamilton.
Hamilton. We can wait for it.
George Washington.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
No, he should be here any minute.
Yeah.
But we're going to start with the news.
Big Broadway opening last night.
Yeah, I know. What was it?
Significant Other.
I love it. I love this show.
Such a great show.
Can we talk about Gideon Glick?
Gideon Glick, you guys.
I tweeted it, but I'm going to say it here too.
Okay.
I'm running a Gideon Glick Tony campaign for my apartment.
Oh, you're a campaign manager.
I'm the campaign. I'm going to make buttons. I love this guy and I love this performance so much. I saw it off Broadway. I just think it's stunning work. And of course, we've known him forever because of Spring Awakening.
Of course.
But yeah, it's so cool to see him have this big moment.
Absolutely, and of course Lindsay Mendez is in it. Sass Goldberg making a really fun Broadway debut. Our former vlogger, Rebecca Naomi Jones, and the legendary Barbara Barry.
Who's in the original company. But you didn't say former vlogger Lindsay Mendez. Why not?
Because I forgot.
There's so many former vloggers in the world now. You know, it's funny, like Bandstand, 2 former vloggers starring in it. Anyway.
Laura Austin and Corn Cott, in case you weren't paying attention.
Vloggers everywhere. Anyway.
Okay, so that's
happy opening.
So we not only do we have really fun photos, and great people went and supported the cast, like Jonathan Groff, Spring Awakening, Duncan Sheik, but also, of course, Derek Klena for Lindsay Mendez because they were in Wicked together, and of course, Dogfight.
Right. Yeah, so it was a big Broadway opening, and happy opening, everyone. And Matt Roden, there's a Matt Roden video coming up. He did something really fun with everybody on the red carpet, the red carpet challenge. So
look for that. That's really great. We have a really fun culturalist challenge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's Women's History Month, and women's.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the hook. Okay.
Yeah, we got a hook. No, we got a hook. And Women's Day is March 8th.
Oh.
We have a day.
Okay.
I don't think there's a man's day, I'm sorry. But we asked you to say which female leading lady should come back to Broadway.
We really looked at people who've been away from Broadway.
At least 5 years.
Yeah, and we sort of said, who do people really want to see back? I want to see all of them back, but you know, it's hard for me to rank them, but it's an amazing list of ladies.
Just ranking some ladies.
Yeah.
You know,
great
some Broadway
ladies. Great ladies.
So that's fun. We have a lot of really interesting news today.
Okay, what happened?
So Bye Bye Birdie Live is coming.
This fall.
On NBC. There's no date
holiday
yet.
time? I think it's
probably holiday time.
Usually holiday time.
Yeah, with Jennifer Lopez.
Right.
Executive producing and starring. And now they've announced the directors. So Jerry Mitchell, this is going to be full out. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be full out. Jerry Mitchell is going to be the stage director of the piece, and Alex Rosinski, who won an Emmy for Grease Live, is going to be the TV director.
That's what they do on these. They get a theater director to sort of like work with the cast, and Jerry also, I'm assuming, is choreographing. Do we know? I don't know if we know that, but he obviously choreographed Hairspray, and you know, like Tommy Kail directed Grease Live, and then Alex directed the TV portion. So that's what they do.
Yes.
So anyway, this is the new pairing.
There are some new albums coming out. Leah Michelle, remember her? This is really a Spring Awakening moment.
Of course I remember her.
She has a new single called Love is Alive. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, and Love is Alive.
Love is Alive.
Love is Alive.
I think it's alive in her. Her album Places will be released later this year.
Theatrical name.
Yeah, and a very drama cover to the album.
Oh,
also,
okay,
Deborah
cool.
Cox's I Will Always Love You has a date.
Oh, I know. So is it just a single? Or is it the whole...
The whole thing.
Oh, it's her singing all the Bodyguard songs.
That's right.
All the
and that's March
songs.
31st.
She's a good singer, you guys. Deborah Cox.
Paul Montoya approved. We've got some fun people joining that Fat Pig reading at MCC. It's a benefit reading.
With Chrissy Metz.
With Chrissy Metz.
This is Us. Who's amazing on This Is Us.
That's right. So John Mulaney of Oh Hello.
Cool.
And Ari Grainer.
Has she ever done Fat Pig? I don't know. Ari Grainer. You know, there's that other woman. There's like it's an interesting play.
It's an interesting play. So it was originally Kerry Russell did that part.
Okay, right. Okay,
and Mike Coulter, and actually it's directed by Andrew McCarthy, who was in the original production.
Oh yeah, right.
At the Lortel, and that's March 5th.
That's like this week. That's
coming up.
Wow.
Coming up.
Chrissy Metz is in town.
She's in town.
Chrissy, come to Broadway.
Going over her Neil LaBute play. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Josh Groban's Evermore from Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
You can listen to it.
Okay.
Just take some time off.
Well, there's other beauty. There's bad Beauty and the Beast
That's the good
too.
news. The bad news is that there's
so as we said, LeFou is gay. Yay, LeFou.
Officially.
Yeah, officially gay. He's out. He's out in the new movie. and some drive-in theater.
In Alabama.
Let's embarrass them. The Henniger Drive-In Theater. It will not air Beauty. They will not be showing Beauty and the Beast. They made an announcement because of the gay content. You know, someone just tweeted at me, well, maybe Disney should just say, okay, no more Disney movies.
That's true.
That would be a snap, right?
Very
I mean,
good.
I think a drive-in in Alabama needs Disney movies. So anyway, that's terrible, and hopefully that'll get reversed, and hopefully that won't be a trend, because we love LeFou.
Of course we do.
And we're so proud
And
of
it's
him.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad, come on.
Come on.
And who doesn't have a crush on Gaston?
That's true. That's
Anyway.
true. We also have the Play That Goes Wrong Media Day video went up today.
Right, okay.
And some good news just came in.
What happened?
Groundhog Day, starring Andy Carl, is getting a recording. That's not really a surprise, but they're going to the recording studio this weekend, so it will be released.
Oh, they're doing it early.
soon. Yes.
Okay. Well, they already did it out of town, so that means that we can buy it sooner rather than later.
I sure hope so.
You know what else that means?
What?
Insider information. That'll be a good tool
For the
for
Tony.
Tony voters to have that album ready to go, because Tim Minchin wants a Tony Award. And he didn't win the Matilda. Remember the big Matilda Kinky Boots fight? That was
Yeah,
like a big.
he and Cyndi Lauper in the
Yeah,
boxing
remember
ring.
them? Remember them fighting?
We're fighting. Also, I don't know if we mentioned this because I'm sort of losing it at the end of the week here, but there is a first look at the Glass Menagerie.
Oh my God!
With
These
Sally Field
photos.
and Joe
Everyone in the
Mantello.
office is talking about these photos.
It's not your mother's Glass Menagerie. That's all I'm
Very
saying.
bare stage. It looks like they could be wearing rehearsal clothes, right? I mean, I think it has that look intentionally. They're
Yes.
like wearing like street clothes.
Sam Gold is putting a slant on it.
Yeah, really,
So that's
really,
really exciting.
interesting.
I'm going to get out of here because
Yeah.
here comes the general.
Yeah, come on.
Have a good
Come
weekend,
on. Bryan
everybody.
Terrell Clark's here. Thank you, Beth. Have a nice weekend.
Bye.
Come on in, Brian.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up? What's up?
How you
what's up, what's
doing?
up? I'm good,
Good
man.
to see you. Looking good.
Feeling good.
Liking your
Feeling good.
jacket.
Thank you so much. It's a little cold outside.
I
I
know.
feel like you suffer for fashion sometimes. That's what you gotta do. That's what you have to do.
How's it going?
We
Oh
just
my-
left a put-in rehearsal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, lots of.
This is life on Broadway.
This is
what
life on
happens.
Broadway. The work doesn't stop. Yeah.
Put
so
in
we-
for whom?
So Jordan Fisher, who I
Yes.
love and adore.
Yes, fabulous.
This is my little brother. He's leaving us.
Oh, bye, Jordan. We'll miss you. Come back to Broadway soon.
Yeah, but we've got some great people coming in, and I mean it's going to be great. So we've got new swings coming in.
Okay.
We've got a new Lawrence Phillip coming in, and we have a new cover for our Hamilton.
Right.
Because right now Javi is out with a back injury.
I know.
And Donald Weber Jr., who I also did Motown with, shout out to the
Oh,
Motown
look at
crew,
that.
is going to be covering.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we had to all come in and rehearse the whole show.
So explain a put-in. So that means you're not in costume?
I'm not in costume, so I
Right.
went dressed
The
like
new
this.
people are in costume.
All the new people are in costume,
Right.
so they're running around in period pieces, and we're running around like this with, what I call the Britney Spears mic. So I'm rocking the Britney Spears mic in this. And
I call it
they're-
Madonna mics.
The
but I
Madonna
guess maybe
mic?
it's whoever you saw. Maybe it's whoever you saw use it first. I don't know.
Right. Janet Jackson mics, and they're all in full Hamiltown.
Oh my
gear.
God. So, Mr. George Washington.
Yeah.
How's life as the first Come on, George Washington.
Yeah, it's been life changing, man. In a lot.
When
of
did you
different
join the
ways.
cast?
I joined the cast January 10th.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Good
not
into it.
quite. Yeah, me and Taryn Killam, who is the
Yeah.
other George, King George.
Yeah.
We joined around the same time.
Right.
And it was magical, man. My first night was Barack Obama's final speech in Chicago. So it was kind of really cathartic. I've kind of been talking about it ever since. It's one of those moments as an artist that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. I was literally singing One Last Time while Barack Obama was giving his one last time
Wow.
address. And so it was, and I'm not one of those pretty criers. I've been saying this a lot. I'm not like Audra McDonald where you can like cry one tear and then like your voice still sounds clear as a bell. So it was hard for me. I mean, I felt it coming.
It was
The
emotional,
hands start
right?
to shake, and and then the voice is like, and you're like trying to steer it like a car on ice. But it was life changing, man.
We loved you as Marvin Gaye in Motown.
Thanks, man.
Fabulous. And I love that you like Nick, your Broadway credits are Marvin Gaye and George Washington.
I know, right? Yeah.
I love that.
Very different men.
I love that. So did you have your eye on Hamilton? Where you're like, wait a minute, I got to get over in that one.
So here's what's crazy. I actually was the complete opposite.
Okay.
I'm really good friends with Leslie Odom Jr. and a bunch of guys that are part of the
yeah.
cast, but Leslie's like my bro. And I saw the show pretty early when it transferred from the public, and I called my agents right away, and I was like, "Don't send me in for this show. It is perfect. Do not touch it. It is amazing." And I don't know. As an artist, I've just never really like wanted to be those guys that's like, I'm Simba number 832. You know what I mean? It's just not been my thing. But when they mentioned George Washington, I thought, Well, that's interesting because I love Chris, but me and Chris are really different. And I thought that, you know, there might
Chris
be
Jackson.
Chris Jackson, who's amazing, and we also love, who's also by the theater the other day.
Hey, Chris, what's up?
You-
He's watching. He's definitely
Chris,
watching.
even if you're not watching, you gave me a pointer about the sword and the
Oh,
stairs. Just so
oh.
you know, it worked.
A sword pointer. I love it.
Sword pointer. Pun intended. No, but yeah, so I just thought that they did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
But I thought it might be an interesting thing for me as George, you know, coming in after Chris. So it's been great, man. It's been a great fit.
I was checking out your Instagram.
Yeah.
First of all, the shirtless photo. Damn. Okay, I just saw that.
That happened the other day.
I saw that. But I also saw all these backstage. Oh my God, all these people. What is it?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in Hamilton, you basically do the show and then you meet celebrities after.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Crazy.
And I love that you said it just like that. You do the show and then you meet celebrities after. That is Hamilton. No, no,
Hamilton.
it's crazy, man. I mean, like the people that you grow up loving
Yeah.
and kind of like idolizing and just being in love with their work as artists, they just come and they're like hugging you and telling you what an amazing job you did. I mean, it's a dream come true. I mean, first of all, Hamilton is like a dream itself, right? Because artistically, the work itself is so rich.
Yeah.
I mean, as an artist, sometimes you just want to pay your bills doing what you love, but then to get a chance to get on that stage and tell that story with that kind of integrity and that kind of work, it is that in itself is a gift. So if we didn't have any of the celebrities and any of the people screaming afterwards, that in itself would be completely rewarding.
So it's all gravy.
So then that gravy that gets poured on top smothers us because we've got, again, amazing celebrities. But not only that, we've got like a really great fan base. We've got the fan art that comes in.
Oh, I saw that fan art that you
Listen,
posted.
guys,
It's
we
amazing.
love it. We love it.
Keep drawing.
Keep drawing. There's a toy. Somebody made me a doll. Like there's a doll, like a bobblehead doll of me.
Wow.
Like it's, well, we call it a pop doll. But yeah, it's like, it's insane.
It's amazing.
It's like being a part of a boy band in the 90s. I literally leave the stage and it's like, ah! And I'm like, who are they? Oh, they're like Washington. I'm like, who? Oh, me. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
So who are some of the cool people? Well, first of all, Lawrence Fishburne, you have a cool connection with.
Yeah, another emotional moment for me.
Did you know he was coming?
I didn't know he was coming, and he didn't know I was in it, which is crazy.
Oh,
so
cool.
when I graduated grad school, the first show that I did in LA was Fences, and I played.
There was no one else good in that show either.
Well,
Angela Bassett.
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, that's my family.
Oh.
So Angela and Fishburne were Troy and Rose, and I played their son Corey.
Amazing.
And now, you know, some years later, he comes to Broadway, and I'm playing George Washington. It was a full
That's
circle,
crazy. Yeah,
full
yeah,
circle
yeah.
moment. Yeah,
He must have been like, oh my God.
yeah. He
That's
literally.
my boy up there.
I literally finished and took the bell, and I like locked eyes with him, and he just went. And then we like laughed and joked and
That's the
acted
Lawrence
crazy
Fishburne
afterwards.
way, I guess. He's so slick, right? Who else has been there? Anyone else good?
Melissa McCarthy is kind of like my, you know,
Spirit animal?
Spirit animal. I feel like Oprah's my spirit animal, but I feel like Melissa. I mean, she's just one of the funniest people on the planet.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of in love with you, but I also love your husband and your children. So not in that way, but she's she's amazing.
Yeah.
And then Sandra Bullock was there, and Vanessa Williams was there, and
Stop.
I mean,
crazy.
it just Colin Kaepernick was there. Like, I mean, we get we get sports players, and we get. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a
Alex
great platform.
wants to know, people love asking about this, any onstage mishaps you want to share? People love to hear about actors messing up. I guess you know what? I guess it keeps Broadway very real.
It's fun. It's fun. I mean, we call it the Night of the Gremlins. So last night we had a Night of the Gremlins. So I'm gonna track through what happened just last night. Just last night. So in the opening number, there's this moment where Donald, who's playing one of the ensemble members, comes and he straps this barrel to this rope, and it gets hoisted from the deck up into the upper level, and then I cross right under it.
Oh, okay. I don't like the under part.
I cross right under it. Right on scamming, planning. So it's on that part, right? So I go under, but right before the barrel drops.
Stop.
And it's heavy, so it's like boom.
Stop. That
And
could
we're
have
all
killed
like,
you.
Could have killed me. Could have
What?
died. Could have died on the Broadway. So anyway, so that falls. Our Hamilton and our poor Mandy. He got our Hamilton last night. John Rua, who's stepping in, got caught up in her dress during Helpless, and they slowly melted to the floor as they were falling together. and slowly got back up. During History Has His Eyes on You, I hand the sword to Hamilton. It's a very reverent passing of the
Big
torch
moment.
kind of way. He takes the sword and he goes to put it in the sheath, but the sword is backwards, so it gets stuck up here. So he's looking at me with like, we're both looking teary-eyed, but he's like, and he can't get the sword in. So Night of the Gremlins.
Night of the Gremlins.
The Gremlins were out, man. The Gremlins were
Wow,
out.
do you have to pay more to get a Night of the Gremlins? I want to see that.
See, I love stuff like that too. As an audience member, I love going to theater and seeing the moments that nobody else will ever see again.
Right, yeah, people love it.
Yeah, so last night, if you came to Hamilton, you'll probably never see those things happen, at least in succession, that way.
The very glamorously named Capuchin wants to know, if you could play any other role in Hamilton, which one would you want to play?
Ooh, if I could play any other role
Even
in
just
Hamilton.
for one night.
Just for one night?
Yeah.
Hamilton. I'd love to play Hamilton. Hamilton would be fun.
Yeah.
Lafayette Jefferson is just like,
Yeah.
the role of life. You know, you
Right.
just get to go in there and just be like whatever ridiculous thing you want to be,
Right.
with focus, of course. But I think Hamilton would be fun.
Hamilton, I like that. What's your dream role?
My dream role? You know what? I've been really, really fortunate. I don't know if I have a specific one because
Yeah.
I've played a lot of real people in the last few years. I played Marvin Gaye, and then we did the New Edition movie.
I know.
That just came out, and I got a chance to play half of the producer team, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I
Yeah.
played Terry Lewis.
They made one of my favorite albums of all time.
Which one?
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
Hello,
Exactly.
that old
Yeah,
Janet
yeah.
Jackson stuff.
They're the amazing producers,
Nice.
like some of the best producers
Yeah.
in the world. They work with Prince. They work with New Edition. Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
So I got to play, half of that team, and now I'm playing George Washington. So I played like a lot.
Did you like doing the TV work?
TV work is fun.
Yeah.
TV work is it's for my fellow actors out there. We talk about it all the time, but it feels like tech. It feels like tech. It's that thing where it's very stop and go, and it's like you're doing your work, but it's more about like, okay, we're connected. We've got our notes from the director. We're doing our thing. Wait, pause, change the sound, change the light. Okay, now
Right.
we're moving the camera. Now we're going to the other
Right.
side. So it feels very stop and go
Yeah.
like tech. It's like a long tech day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super long tech day.
Super long tech day.
I wrote down these crazy artists that you've been so lucky to music. I mean, you have a beautiful voice. We haven't really covered that.
Thanks.
Beautiful voice.
Appreciate
But
that.
like,
Appreciate
look
that.
at these names: Mary J. Blige, Neo, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, Ciara, Yolanda Adams, Maxwell, Michael Bublé. These are all people you've actually done stuff with.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So what happened is, long story short, what happened was there was a writer strike in LA that happened, and basically all of Hollywood shut down. And right when I graduated, I moved to LA first before I came to New York.
Okay.
And so
You did Fences.
yeah,
Around that time.
and we
right?
did that in LA. Yeah. So it was one of those things where it was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do because there are no jobs for SAG actors right now.
Right.
I could be a waiter. I've never done that. I could be a bartender and just lie and say I know how to mix drinks, but just keep asking people what's in it. I was like, I could be a stripper. I don't know, but like I literally just was at.
that's selfie,
I
I just
literally was at a loss, right? So I started singing and I started doing open mics and I started doing all these gigs in the studio. I started singing background on like all these award shows, and that's how I ended up singing background for all these
Amazing.
artists and
And you
albums
co-wrote
stuff.
with Mary J. Blige, right?
Co-wrote
Yeah.
on that Mary J. Blige's
Yeah.
album. Yeah, I'm on Michael Bublé's album, Heartache Tonight. So it's like a couple albums ago. Did
So
some work
good.
with David Foster as a producer, and it kind of became like the day job. And so
Yeah.
then when acting stuff picked up again, in a strange way, I had two mini careers going.
And now you're getting into directing too.
I'm getting into directing. I directed a show at Pasadena Playhouse where I did Fences.
Right.
I directed in their small theater last year.
Cool. Did you
Yeah.
like that experience?
It's like being the master problem solver.
Right.
So
Right.
I loved it.
And you Night of the Gremlins when you were directing?
I had a Night of the Gremlins my first night at Tech.
Oh.
I went into the theater and I looked up and I was like, where are the rest of the lights? I just like, where are the, this is it? This is it? Okay, I didn't think about this. I didn't ask about how many lighting instruments there would be. Like, so you just have to think
Right.
in ways you don't think as a
Right.
performer. So, yeah.
Now I'm distracted wondering what your career would have become if you just chose stripper over backup singer to amazing R&B artist.
I don't know. I mean,
Different.
It would have been really, really different. I don't know. It would have been like a lot of body rolling, probably a lot of like, baby oil and stuff like that.
A baby oil budget.
A baby oil budget. I'll be on a baby oil budget. No, I thank you God that it went another way. Okay.
Do you have a favorite book?
Favorite book?
Somebody just asked. I don't know.
Hey guys, you guys are literally on here
no,
live
it's
right now.
just
See, I'm
happening.
not even
Stuff
looking at that.
happening.
Okay, one of my favorite books that I'm reading right now is called The Master Key System. It's kind of like a precursor to The Secret. It's all about like with everything that's going on right now. I'm like really busy, and I find myself it's harder to focus. Do you know what I mean? New York is also a really busy city.
Yes, it's
so
hard.
when you're doing like Hamilton and interviews and you know it's pilot season and all this stuff, I'm learning that some of the tools in the Master Key system just really help my mind to like focus. I'm also reading A Life. Which is the Washington book that Ron Chernow wrote.
Oh,
He also wrote Hamilton, which is what our show is based
Yeah,
on. But he wrote, you know, I believe it's a Pulitzer Prize winning book. It's very, very big and long. So it's taking me a long time.
Right.
I mean, I started around the time we started, you know, I started working on Hamilton.
So now the big question is, will you finish it by the time you finish your run?
Yes,
That's the question.
I promise. Ron, if you're out there, I'm going to finish this book. So I'm reading that as well.
Cool.
And then every now and then I'm reading, like, I don't know, my horoscope and stuff.
Of course, you got to keep it light.
Yeah, keep it light.
Yeah,
why not?
Absolutely.
What sign are you?
Gemini.
Come on, Gemini.
Are you Gemini?
I'm an Aries.
Oh.
But we get along. We get
Do we?
along. We just supposed to.
I need a chart of which signs I get along with. I feel like I always end up hanging with the wrong people.
Really? I don't know if that's a sign thing or just a judgment thing.
Maybe, you know, I could just be wrong on multiple levels.
Right.
Anyway, we're out of time.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Give
so
me
much.
a nice handshake.
Yeah.
If you could get into Hamilton, I don't know if you can, but there's always there are ways to get in.
You can
You can get in. He said you can get in. Go see this guy, George Washington, beautiful voice. I haven't seen you in it yet, but
Really? Get over there.
I'm gonna get over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my best to get over there.
And bring the Facebook Live for people.
Just bring all of them?
Yeah, all of y'all come.
Come on, we're all going.
Come to the show.
Thank you so much for watching Live at 5. We'll be back Monday with another awesome guest. Bye.
See you
Give him a
guys.
wave.
Bye.
Oh, look him up on Instagram and Twitter.